Well, November is Family Read Aloud Month, so it's the perfect time to tell you about an upcoming celebration of storytelling. Heather Perez is with the Metropolitan Community College's Maple Woods campus, and Joyce Slater is the artistic director of Kansas City Storytelling Celebration. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us on today.
So tell us, how did Kansas City Storytelling Celebration come about?
Well, back in 1999, somewhere around there, our president, Dr. Myrna Solomon, met with Joyce Slater and with a gentleman by the name of Steve Otto, and they had been doing locally produced storytelling events throughout Kansas City for several years, and they just thought, okay, let's bring it more really local, and let's work with Metropolitan Community Colleges, and let's see what we can do to bring storytellers here to Kansas City. So they did, and here we are 13 years later.
Going strong.
Yes, ma'am. I like to think so. We really have a good group of people that we work with.
Okay, so it's not just about reading a book to kids. It's about so much more. Storytelling these days is really truly an art.
Well, it's the oral tradition brought back. You know, years ago, before books were printed, people handed down their histories, their traditions, their gossip, all around the fire with storytellers. And then as soon as the print came in, it was like oral tradition was forgotten, but it's so powerful because your brain is really wired to listen to a story. It's an active listening process.
My kids love when I read them books, but they love it even more when I make up stories or make up songs.
Yes.
There's something that's magical when they don't know the ending, and you're just, you know, using your imagination. Is that part of it?
That is part of it. I mean, that's a huge part of it. It kind of inspires children to use their imagination. They become better listeners, and they become storytellers themselves.
And kids understand stories at a very young age.
They do.
What it is to tell a story. Is this about kids telling stories as well?
Kids, we do have a section on Saturday at the Plaza Library where kids will be able to tell their stories. We have a workshop for kids so they can get involved with storytelling. It's really exciting to see kids remember a story. I mean, I can remember I would go into a school every year, and 20 years later, the kids were saying to me, they're in their 30s, and they say, "Do you still tell that story you told us?" And, you know, they only heard it once. And, you know, they remember.
It connected with them.
It did. It did. It's very powerful.
And storytelling is great for adults, too. It's not just for the kids.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
We have programs for all kinds of family members, and most of them, well, all of them are pretty much family and fun and free. One of our main events is going to be on Thursday evening, and we have Megan Hitz, who is one of our featured storytellers, who's going to do a program all about the Civil War, and that's going to be at the Maple Woods campus. So we welcome people to come. We have a website where they can go, kansascitystorytelling.org. That's kansascitystorytelling.org, or KC.
We'll put a link on KC Live.
Thank you so much.
TV.
And it tells about all of the events that we have going on this week.
Fantastic. Now, who supports this effort?
Actually, I appreciate you saying that. Yes, we do have shirts that say that.
Lots of people supporting us.
Well, local, Arts KC, Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund, River and Prairie Story Weavers, which Joyce is the president of, Missouri Arts Council, and then, of course, Metropolitan Community Colleges. They have a big, strong support system.
So lots going on this week.
Yes,
lots going on, yeah. The Kansas City Storytelling Celebration kicks off November 7th and continues through the 10th. Events are during the day, the evening, and all around the Kansas City area.
All around the Kansas City area. Just go to the website.
Go to the website,
check
it out.
Plaza Library.
Yeah, we'll have a link at kclive.tv, so folks out there can track you guys down and make sure they don't miss that great storytelling.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks so much, Michelle.